So in today's stream, we were back for the Asian session, so I'm going to be doing a lot more of these in the future because I know some of you guys watch from the US, Australia, and maybe even Asia who can't usually tune into my London sessions. So today we took a fantastic W on gold, beautiful position, very well managed, and I talk about how you guys can start intraday trading and scalping the Asian session as well. What pairs to trade, what expectations, what volume to expect, everything I have shared in today's recap along with a banging trade. So enjoy today's recap, and if you do want me to do more Asian sessions, remember, drop a little like below. So this was the Asia highs yesterday that got grabbed at that Asia open. You had that strong 5-minute push back down. So again, this is from the intraday strategy that's pinned to the top of this video. You could have been shorting like this, stops above that liquidity grab. And why is that liquidity? Because this is a level right here where everyone's trying to jump in shorts of this initial reaction, you know? Retails are looking at something like this, okay? They see a high, they see this false level of resistance, they try and short this resistance, maybe they short it here. Where have they got their stops? Not above here, but above here. So what do we now know sitting above there with liquidity? So if we just skip this on, you get that initial reaction. Retails go, oh my God, you know, I've just hit almost 10 pips. Let me just keep running this down. Let me keep holding. And what happens? Look at that. Retails get spiked out. Price liquidates the previous high. And then how do you approach it? You wait for the liquidity to be confirmed. You wait for that strong. See, it's not confirmed right now. You don't short it yet. The liquidity is being grabbed. But this is the thing. How do you know it's not going to be a break and retest to go higher? You have to wait for that 5 minutes flip bearish. Boom. There you go. 5 minutes flip bearish, close back below that support. The second that you start retesting, that's the second you want to start loading up some shorts. So you go short right now. Stops above the highs for around 11 pips. You know, playing it back down to retest these highs. And Asia ended up having a beautiful move, man. Asia had a beautiful move. Look at that. There you go. Bam. Straight down. If we just take very simple levels, we can kind of see on the daily, gold is kind of trapped in between this little range. You know, we kind of had this resistance, fake out, retested that resistance. So you could argue this is a nice little head and shoulders formation. And anywhere in this range, you're talking 300 pips. So would I trade a 300 pip range? Absolutely. Now, yesterday did close doji, but the thing that I like the most is today has opened and pushed up right away. So before London, you know, this candle could continue spiking up a little bit more, but this candle today could flip bearish and come down and grab yesterday's low, maybe the previous daily low, and that's a 120 pip play. You also got this little resistance there, break back above, a lot of manipulation there. This was Asian trade that I took last week as well with the community in Thailand. So Asia recently has been having some great moves. So we'll see if we can get some volume. And the thing is, maybe some of you guys are new to trading Asia. I know a lot of people are skeptical about trading Asia. For me personally, I have had fantastic moves in Asia. I really like Asia. But the thing is, you have to keep your expectations a lot lower in Asia. You know, you're not going to get huge moves every single Asian session. You might get a 100 pip move in Asia, maybe 2-3 times a week. You don't know when that's going to come. You just got to make sure you show up. And looking at this little minute intraday level here as well. So we got this resistance, fake out, retest, boom. Gold's having a nice strong push now. If we get a strong 30 close on gold, I will look for longs into the highs because we are coming very close to this resistance now, making me think we are actually going to break higher. This, if we actually leave this double bottom, this gives much more opportunity to short later on in London, because remember, this daily candle right now is creating this top wick. We could come and retest these bodies before later on rolling over. So the higher we push up, the more shorts I'm going to look for in London. Well, you know, you want to get your trading to a point where you're eliminating all predicting and you're simply just reacting to what the markets are showing you. You don't want to sit on your hands for days waiting for things to happen. You know, I used to be waiting on the daily and I'd have big trend lines like this, and you know, price would be doing this and I'd be like this, and price would be all the way up here, and I'd be like, okay, cool, you know what, when price comes back down into here in 3 days, I'm going to take a long position and I'm going to play it up, and I'd sit on my hands for 3 days to a week, wait for price to come down here, and then price would just do this. I'll be like, fuck, I've just wasted my time and I've also lost money. It's the worst way to be in the markets. Less predicting, more reacting. If you see price has like potential 100 pips into your area of interest, trade it. Don't just sit on your hands and do nothing. You want to be traders, so start trading the markets more. I wanted to be a swing trader, but I don't want to sit on my hands waiting for like 200 pip moves. I want to intraday or day trade, then position down, hedge myself, hold little anchors, and once it gets into my swing point of interest, if I get the setup, amazing, I'll take it. And if the setup doesn't work out, well, I've already got shorts running, so I don't really give a shit. What are the main pairs that move in an Asian session? I'm just trading gold and GJ. That's it. Like I said, in Asia, you will get, you know, 50 to 100 pip moves 2 to 3 times a week. So some days you'll show up to Asia and price will do nothing. Some days, like yesterday, you'll show up to Asia and price will drop 100 pips. So 5 minute bullish, now flipping back bearish, just grabbing that previous 5 minute low. If this 5 minute flips back up and after grabbing this high, we could get a nice drive. But if this 5 minute flips bearish, this is the last 5 of the 15 and 30. So this is the 5 that makes the most sense. Stops below the previous 5 because this 5 has liquidated the previous low up into these highs. Okay, hourly just closed bullish. We've now wicked that previous hourly high. So we've now finally broken above this resistance. So the perfect setup here would be for gold to come and grab this previous 5 minute low here, retest these highs, and then I'll be looking to long back up into this resistance, which from these regions would be 30 pips, which would be amazing. So as soon as we get something like this, we want to see this push down early on in this hourly, so the hourly can then flip bullish. If the hourly closed bullish and then the 5 minutes keeps pushing up, then the hourly could be creating a top wick to potentially roll lower. But the more this pushes down, the more this hourly is going to leave a top wick to re-break the highs to potentially drive even higher. As soon as we grab this low, I'm looking for longs. Now we've grabbed that previous 5 minute low. Let's see if we're going to reject here. Sorry, I'm going to have buys on the break of this high on this current 5 minute. This is the reason I like this setup now, is because the stop loss is only 10 pips. 10 pip stop loss is beautiful. Yep, cool. Just been tagged in on gold. As soon as we liquidate this high, I am going to be wary of managing risks because we could liquidate this high to potentially roll over. If we break above it, amazing, I'll just hold it. This 30 is now flipping bullish, which is very nice. All right, I'm going to close 50% right here, and I'm going to move my stops to break even. Just lovely trade though, guys. Get them breads in the chat. 0 drawdown on that position, straight into profit. And also, like I said earlier, guys, this is why you have to keep your expectations realistic on gold. You just want to go for 15 to 20 pips. So what did we just hit there? Around 14. It's good enough for me to just take partials, and I'm going to let the rest run. And now I'm not going to do anything until this 30 closes. But if this 30 closes like this, we could hold partials up for a really, really big run. 30 minute closed above our level, created that bottom wick, ripped higher. The reason I didn't wait for the 30 break of the highs because of the 5 minute, liquidated that previous low that I mentioned when we were trading up here, closed below it, closed back above it, retested it, pushed higher. Look at the precision of that level there and that fake out and that retest. And you're now just hitting around 15 pips. 0 drawdown on that position as well. It's very, very nice.